For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude, made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League. The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude, made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back to biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer, men's and women's national.
Welcome to Birchmount Stadium in Scarborough, Ontario for this League One Ontario Men's Championship Division match featuring the host club BOROUGH FC and their city rivals Masters Football Academy. Good Saturday evening, everyone. I'm Alf de Blasis. Thank you very much for joining us on our League One Game of the Week for match day number 3. Glad to have you along as we put a spotlight on what should be an entertaining rivalry between these two Scarborough-based clubs meeting for the very first time in a League One contest. Borough FC was elevated from League Two to the championship in the offseason, accelerating the second-year club's path towards promotion to the Premier Division. And with that ambition in mind, club president Andrew Ornock and head coach Zico Moratti oversaw an aggressive recruiting campaign, signing 18 new players to the squad. With many of those signings yet to arrive, results to date have been mixed, with the Borough losing their opening match of the campaign, a 4-1 defeat to St. Catharines Roma in a League One Cup match. However, they rebounded well in their first championship outing of the season, earning a 1-1 draw last week at Whitby FC, despite going down to 10 men in first half stoppage time. As a founding member of League One Ontario, Masters FA has a decorated history in the provincial competition, marked by a title-winning season in 2019. Last year was a disappointment for former Jamaican international Junior Groves and his program. The team finished mid-table, but well off the pace set in the championship division by TFC Academy and FC London. This season, however, started off on the right foot. After a postponed cup match with North Mississauga, Masters FA opened the championship campaign with a 1-0 victory over Waterloo, thanks to a stoppage time goal by Michael Avila. Well, let's get to the match this evening, and let us introduce you to our match officials. The referee is Amanda Kwan. Her assistants today are Ryan Ramirez and Martin Harrison. The fourth official is Farzan Mirazadeh. Borough FC is in their all-black home kit. Masters in their away strip, white shirt, red shorts, and white socks. Let's get to the starting lineups. And for Borough FC, for coach Zico Moratti, it will be Nico Zagar in goal, number 1. Number 2 is George Drulius. Number 3 is Ryan Silverstein. Number 4, Pharrell Francis. Number 7, Sila Dennis. Number 8, Diadi Traore. Number 10, Christian Kashishian. Number 11, Alex Madanian. Number 14, Keanu Fairbanks. Number 16, Cedric Ngunu, who's going to be wearing the captain's armband. And number 23, Yahia El Dasuki. As for Masters FA, here is their starting lineup. It will be Ile Namoski, the goalkeeper, number 77. Mate Georgiou, number 2. Number 3 is DeAndre Branch. Number 4 is Terrence Foster. Number 7, Mohamed Hossein number 9, Damian Kay. Number 10, Aidan O'Keefe. Number 11 is Wayne Miranda. Number 13, Terrell Spencer. He wears the captain's armband. Number 15, Jason Alvarado. And number 18, Adam Rambo. Well, it is overcast, quite windy and cool. Only 7 degrees at kickoff, with winds gusting up to 50 kilometers an hour. So it may be a factor during this match, as we are all ready for kickoff. Borough defending the goal to your left. Masters FA defending the goal to your right. Bit of a delay as there is some repairs being made to the goal at the north end, the goal that Borough FC is defending. And that appears to be done now, so we're all ready for kickoff. Just awaiting the opening whistle from our referee today, Amanda Kwan. And we are off at Birchmount Stadium for this first ever Scarborough derby between Borough FC and Masters FA. And it is Borough with the early possession. And this will be an interesting match. As we mentioned before, Borough bringing in a number of new signings, many of which have yet to arrive with the squad. On the other hand, Masters FA has largely a returning squad. 14 players, in fact, returning to the team that competed last year in the championship division. And while Masters was playing to a fifth place position in the championship, Borough FC was elevated from League Two to the championship. After a couple of promoted clubs who were second teams declined. And so both Borough FC and Sudbury, the two expansion teams from 2024, have been elevated to the championship this season. And once again, the Borough played their first league game of the 2025 season last week, and they earned a 1-1 tie at Whitby FC. Meanwhile, Masters beat Waterloo United in their home opener a week ago. Their first round cup match with North Mississauga was postponed, yet to be rescheduled, whereas the Borough was eliminated from the cup, having lost to St. Catharines by 4-1. Just 3 minutes into the first half as both teams settle into the match. Ball played out wide here to the right. Touch back. Julius, and it's all the way back to keeper Nicholas Zagar. Interesting story for the Borough goalkeeper, who was part of the team at Karditsa in the Greek third division last season, and Nick Zagar's uncle and grandfather were both goalkeepers. He has also some experience at the U.S. college level, having played for Siena College. Now, Masters trying to break along the right flank. It's well defended. Pushed up. Play broken up now. Challenge in midfield. Well won there. Now a strike at goal, and it's easily handled by Nicholas Zagar. Throw in from the far side for Masters FA. Headed right back out of play. So they'll get a second opportunity. Should mention that Borough captain Cedric Ngunu was named to the Championship Team of the Week for last week. A couple of players on Masters FA also were named to the Championship Team of the Week. Defender Michael Avila and goalkeeper Ile Nomovsky both were selected to the Team of the Week last week. Ball played ahead. Controlled there by Eden O'Keefe. And a foul committed by the Masters winger. So it'll be a free kick in favor of Borough FC. So they're playing out of a 4-3-3 is Borough with Pharrell Francis and Cedric Ngunu at center back. Here's an opportunity from the right flank, and Sila Dennis just couldn't quite bring it across. Just came off the side of his right foot and out of play. So it's a goal kick in favor of Masters, and this is Ile Namovsky. Matt Groves calls him a very brave and talented goalkeeper who actually developed in Germany. Long throw in from the far side. Gets to midfield. It's broken up by Ngunu. Now following up, that's Mohamed Shakroun, and he is in an offside position. The assistant referee on the far side had his flag up immediately. We're in the 8th minute of play. Still no score between Borough FC and Masters FA in this first ever Scarbro derby in League One Ontario's Championship Division. Another free kick given in favor of the Borough. Ngunu. He'll go across to Francis. Looking here for Dennis. Nice flick on. Sets Fairbanks in motion. And a foul there committed by Dennis. It will go the way of Masters. Really good crowd on hand here at BIRCHMOUNT Stadium for the Borough FC home opener. They'll be right back here next week, next Saturday evening, for another home match against Waterloo United. And it's back to the keeper, Zagar. Headed away, this time by number 13. That's Terrell Spencer. He's wearing the captain's armband for Masters. Good switch out to the left wing. Lots of space there for the Borough winger, who's cutting in on goal. Tries the shot, and it looks like it may have deflected off, but it's come into the path of Sela Dennis. Plays it back. Julius. And Gunu. Francis opens it up to the right flank once again for Dennis. And it's cleared out of play by Terrell Spencer. So it'll be a throw in here on the near side for Borough FC. Julius plays it short. Borough just protecting, shielding that ball as it came across the touchline. Put back into play for Dennis. Julius and Francis. Cedric Ngunu has Ryan Silverstein here on the left. Silverstein, nice play. Gets it up to Alex Madanian. And Borough prefers to cycle it back and start the attack all over again from the back. Ngunu plays it out wide for Dennis. And the assistant referee's flag has gone up for another offside against Borough FC. Masters FA now. Looking to protect the ball. Played ahead for the onrushing winger, and Zagar has to come out and play it quickly before Chakroon got to it. Out of play. Throw into Borough FC right at the midfield stripe. And now it's all the way back to Zagar. Ball just a little bit behind Julius. Couldn't reach it, and it will be a throw-in to Masters FA. Their captain on it. Now played back to Matei Georgiou. To Shishian. And a foul committed against Masters. They're Fairbanks goes back to Ngunu. Ball played wide on the right for Sela Dennis. Intercepted there. Good anticipation there from the captain. And Borough will regain possession. Try to start a new attack from the back. Ngunu. Silverstein Interesting story for Ryan Silverstein, the fullback. He spent time at Blackburn Rovers Academy as well as Bolton Wanderers Reserves. He just 18 years of age, calls Newmarket home. This is Drulius. Back to Pharrell Francis. Scarbro native. Came over from Alliance, where he spent last season. This ball's coming out, and it is over the head of the Masters captain, Terrell Spencer. And that gives you an indication of the strength of the wind, which, as I mentioned, will likely be a factor. Here's a good pass. Masters breaking in, and a good defensive clearance there from number 2, George Drulius, just in time as Shakroon had come in on goal. So it'll be a corner, the first of the game for Masters FA. Corner will be swung in here from the near side. Right into the middle, headed away. And here's a break on for Borough FC. Sela Dennis, he's just going to be patient with it. Send it back, and it will go all the way back to the keeper, Zagar. And they'll get things started from the opposite side of the field. This is Silverstein across midfield. Good through ball to Alex Medanian, but it's going to run just beyond his reach and out of play. So it will be a goal kick for Masters FA as we're just about to enter the 18th minute of play. Still no score between Borough and Masters in this first ever Scarborough derby here at Birchmount Stadium. And Gunu collecting, lays it off. Quick one-touch passing that freed up the Borough player, but just not in time. Here's an opportunity for Masters that was slow developing. It was cleared away. Fairbanks with it, and that ball goes out of touch for a throw-in to Masters. Long clearance. They'll take it down there by the Borough player. This is Francis playing it through. Good ball in towards El Dasuki, just a little bit beyond his reach. And it's to the keeper, Namovsky. Now, turning with it is the Masters FA captain, Terrell Spencer, but he loses out. Fairbanks takes over. Francis across to Ngunu. Ball flicked on by Madanian. He was expecting a forward run there, but no Borough player made the run into space. And it goes beyond the touch line. We're just beyond the 20-minute mark. It is still no score between Borough FC and Masters FA. And just a correction, next week's match here at Birchmount Stadium will be Borough against Windsor. Kickoff 6:30. Ball played quickly ahead. And Chakroon there battling with it with George Drulius. The referee has awarded the throw-in to Borough. Fairbanks, and it's out of play. Keani Fairbanks for Borough FC is from Guelph and spent last season at Burlington. Interesting story. Keani, a midfielder, says he signed to play with clubs in 6 different countries. So a bit of a soccer nomad, Keani Fairbanks, who is now 28 years of age. Francis goes back to Zagar as we've approached the midway mark of the first half. Still looking for the first goal. Talking about the group of players, the many new signings for Borough FC over the course of the off-season. A number of them have yet to arrive, including Avery Grange, who's represented Canada at the under-20 level. A returning player who spent all of last season with Borough FC. Here is Madanian. Silverstein making the overlapping run, but he prefers to go to the middle. Fairbanks. Played back to Ngunu. Francis looking to switch to the right. He does. Dennis comes to it. Good control from Dennis, and then he's dispossessed there by Chakroon. Mohamed Chakroon trying to take on 2 Borough players. Nice pass. Great opportunity here for Masters, and from a very sharp angle, they just miss out as Wade Miranda hits the side netting, but he was put through in the clear on a terrific pass from Mohamed Chakroon. So Borough playing with fire there as Masters showing how dangerous they can be on the counterattack. but they managed to survive the threat. Still no score. Mohammed Chakroun is a Scarborough native. Played at Ontario Tech University and was actually a call-up of the Lebanese under-21 side. Just 19 years of age is Mohammed Chakroun. That's Ryan Silverstein on the ball. Does well to get past two Masters players. Still going. Still Silverstein pushed off the ball. No call coming from the referee, and that clearance rattled off his back and then bounded all the way back to the goalkeeper. Long ball for Miranda to chase. Referee just halting play for a moment just to have a word with Wade Miranda and Pharrell Francis, who were involved in that latest collision. Play will resume with the throw-in right here at the near side midfield stripe. Fairbanks can't get past Spencer. And Spencer once again winning the throw-in. Headed away. Back towards Spencer. Just kept it in. Over the head of El Dasuki and to the goalkeeper, who spreads it out quickly. Long ball. Challenge in the air. Coming down with it is Alvarado. This is Spencer. Once again, good through ball, but once again, it's an offside. This time against Damien Kay. And this time the Borough back line was in sync, very disciplined to all move up at the same time before that pass reached the Masters striker, Damien Kay. Now approaching the half-hour mark, still no score between Borough and Masters. We're coming to you live on YouTube from Birchmount Stadium in Goonoo. El Dasuki wide to the right. This time Madanian has switched from the left to the right flank. Madanian with a low cross. Set up. Down goes a Borough player. Referee waves play on. Following up is Drulius. Push on the back, and this time the call will go against Borough FC. So first real bit of danger posed by Borough FC against Masters. And it came in the 30th minute. Bit of controversy as the Borough player went to ground, but there was no call from our referee today, Ms. Kwan. Fairbanks headed away, and looks like the Masters player, DeAndre Branch, took a bit of an arm or an elbow as he was going up for the ball with El Dasuki. won't need any sort of treatment. Stays on the pitch. That ball was out of touch, so it'll be a throw in to Borough FC. Quickly taken. And rinse and repeat. It'll be another throw in from the midfield stripe. Silverstein to put it back into play. This time his target played it back to him, but it was just too strong and it's out of play, so it's a Masters throw in now. Headed on by Ngunu. Long throw flicked on. And the assistant referee's flag goes up for another offside. So Borough playing that offside trap effectively. They've managed to nullify a number of Masters threats with that high line. But of course, they have to stay disciplined and organized to make sure that it doesn't cost them in the end, as that ball is played once again too strong. And again, you can tell that the ball rolls quite quickly with the wind going in that direction. Just about 32 minutes gone now. Still waiting for our first goal in this derby contest between Borough FC and Masters FA. Ngunu with the ball. Cross to Francis. He's under some pressure there by Shakrun. Ngunu comes forward. It's swung back by Masters. There's a break for Kay, but quickly out to snap it up is Nick Zagar. Ngunu through the middle. Silverstein going out wide. Played off the Masters player, so it'll be put back into play by Silverstein for Borough FC. There's a high ball. It's over the head of the Borough player, Madanian. Spencer turning with it. Madanian watching him. Wins the tackle. Play carries on. Chance for Borough. Eldisuki put to the ground. Still no call from the referee. Silverstein under it. He's just going to watch it go across the touchline, so it'll be a throw-in for Borough FC. But the referee allowing some physical play, as there have been some challenges that resulted in players going to ground, but didn't result in calls from our referee. Ilya Namovsky is going to play it out with the feet. Georgiou sends it through the middle. Now ball played out to the wing, and once again, just too strong, and that ball held up a bit by the wing and pushed off to the side. Teams are just going to have to adapt to that swirling wind and try to keep the ball along the ground as best as possible. Here is Shakrun, broken up. Madanian now finds Fairbanks. Julius making the overlapping run on the right. Fairbanks goes towards the middle. Feeds it out. And Borough player is dispossessed. Julius coming back. Madanian, who's taken up a permanent position here now on the right flank, whereas Sila Dennis has moved over to the left. Eldisuki can't come up with it. Fairbanks. Francis. Wide on the right. Madanian. Julius. A lot of composure and patience in the Borough FC possession. Nice turn there from Julius. Madanian wins it back and try to make one move too many. Lost out. And this ball played deep into the Borough FC zone. Silverstein will collect, dispossessed, but fortunately for him, went straight out of play. Playing all the way back to Zagar. And now to the captain, Cedric Ngunu. Silverstein. Plenty of space here for Julius. He has Madanian. Pass on the inside. And he just couldn't reach it. Spencer has to keep it in play, though. He does. Alvarado. Intercepted by Francis. Eldisuki lays it off. Ball comes across, and that is just going to end up across the end line. Coming off the foot of Christian Kashishian that time. Well, we're approaching the 40-minute mark and still looking for the game's opening goal. Still scoreless between Borough and Masters here at Birchmount. Damien Kay looking for a run there from Miranda. And I think he held up his run figuring he was going to be in an offside position. Once again, Borough playing that high line quite effectively. Francis. Eldisuki let it just roll underneath his foot. Miranda. Kay trying to hold up his run. Francis. Madanian. Alex Madanian, who won a OUA title with Ontario Tech University. Is originally from Armenia. Just 18 years of age. Certainly a very agile and fleet-footed right winger or left winger, as the case may be. He's played playing on the right side now, but he did start the match on the left flank. Throw into Masters FA here from the near side. Spencer to put it back into play. Terrell Spencer, his manager calls him the hidden gem of Canadian soccer. Without question, one of the most technical, smartest, and fastest players in League One. Has represented the St. Vincent and Grenadines national team. Spencer off Fairbanks and out. We're in the closing stages of this first half, still scoreless between Borough and Masters, with the visiting team applying the pressure now. Open on the right is number 18 there for Masters, Adam Rombo, but his effort was well over top of the goal. Had a good look from that right side. The fullback for Masters, but in the end, he just lofted it well over the bar. Intercepted by Spencer. Through for Kay. Ball played out on the right side. Miranda looking to cross, just pushed it too far, and that heavy touch went across the end line for a goal kick. Just under 3 minutes to play in the first half. You're watching the League One Ontario game of the week. It's a championship division match, a derby match in Scarborough between Borough FC and Masters FA. Danny N trying to keep it in play, and it just rolled beyond his reach. Ball well shielded there by Drulius, and he wins the free kick. Foul committed there by Mohamed Chakroun. Ryan Silverstein. Back to Francis. And cleared by Rombo. Probably sensed a little bit of pressure on his back, so decided better safe than sorry. Now Borough again looking to turn things towards the Masters goal, and they will benefit from a corner kick, first of the match for Borough FC. Quickly taken. Back to Fairbanks. Low ball, and it comes across, and Suki just missed tapping it, and it went straight into the arms of the keeper. As we are in the final minute of regulation in the first half, we'll see how much stoppage time will be added as another opportunity for El Dasuki just got away from him. And Gunu moving up. And Gunu still with it. Keeper spills it, and there is a goal for Borough FC. Right on 45 minutes. And it is Christian Kashishian bearing it for the home side. And it comes right on the stroke of halftime. Borough FC taking advantage of a misstep by the goalkeeper for Masters, and Christian Kashishian following it up and scoring to put the Borough ahead as we move into stoppage time here in the first half. Well, the Scarborough native, Kashishian, who joined the club this year from Simcoe County, a member of the CCAA champion Humber Hawks. And there is the halftime whistle from our referee, and it brings this first half to a close. And it came to a close on an exciting moment with the goal scored by Kashishian. And so, at halftime, from Scarborough's Birchmount Stadium, it's Borough FC 1, Masters FA 0.
For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. So go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think Biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League. The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. So go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back. biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League. The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back.
Moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League. The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca.
Welcome back to BIRCHMOUNT Stadium in Scarborough, Ontario for the second half of today's League One Ontario Men's Championship Division match. With the score, Borough FC 1, Masters FA 0. Christian Kashishian scoring for the Borough right at the stroke of halftime. And the home side managed to break the deadlock prior to the half and send the home crowd to the concessions at halftime. Very happy. And we'll see if there's a response from Masters FA as this Scarborough derby proceeds. And as we mentioned at the start of the first half, Borough FC in the all-black kit. They are now defending the goal to your right, so attacking from right to left, while Masters is defending the goal to your left. Thanks for joining us on our League One Ontario Match of the Week, this Championship Division derby. We're hearing from the public address announcer that a couple of substitutions have been made to start the second half. We'll let you in on who those new players are. But first of all, a couple of announcements from League One Ontario. The Cruyff Institute, educating the future leaders of the soccer industry. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel. And One Soccer is the home of soccer in Canada. Follow your favorite League One alumni as they compete in the Canadian Premier League, the TELUS Canadian Championship, and with our Canadian national teams, all exclusively on One Soccer. There's a free kick in favor of Masters now. It'll be coming from the far side. It'll be Spencer to loft it high and just beyond. Again, the wind playing tricks there as that ball was lofted up and just carried beyond the post. So we're seeing a substitution for Borough. Number 12, Adrian Mahoney, has come into the match. And it will be a corner kick for Masters FA from the near side. Outswinger, headed away. Chased down there by Damien Kay. Kay wins it. Still in a challenge. Yeah, it looks like the referee has blown for a free kick. in favor of Masters, so it will be similar to what we saw just a couple of minutes ago. Free kick from the far side. See if this one is low, and it is, and Julius manages to snuff out the danger just before it got into the mixer. Just comfortably into the opening moments of play of the second half, with Borough FC leading by 1-0. So once again, a free kick in favor of Masters, this time a little bit deeper, but still from the far side. So we're hearing there has been a yellow card shown to Borough's number 2, George Julius, coming in the 50th minute, just prior to the free kick. And here it comes. It's around the wall. It's flicked on, and it's into the back of the net. And I believe it is Masters number 10, Aidan O'Keefe, who levels the score. Well, third time lucky for Masters, as they had 3 opportunities with a free kick from the far side, and the third time was a charm as Aidan O'Keefe swung across and flicked it into the back of the net, and Masters is level early in the second half of play. Julius ahead for Mahoney. Mahoney comes away with it, turning to cross, and it was cleared away. And Masters FA make sure of it, sending it all the way down to midfield. Here's a ball inside for Kashishin. Couldn't bring it under control. And now it is all the way back to Zagar. So we can confirm that Adrian Mahoney has come in for number 7, Sila Dennis, to start the second half, as he's taken a position on the right flank. Here's a quick break for Damien Kay, but he's flagged down once again. Offside. Francis up to Mahoney. Borough wins it back. They'll play it all the way back to Zagar. Ngunu. Silverstein dispossessed. And the foul committed there by the Borough player against Masters number 17, Dani Dosmatov, who has come into the game in the second half as a substitute. So it'll be a free kick, and it will be Damien Kay once again over it. Ball headed out by Ngunu. Looks like the throw-in will be taken by Spencer. Just about 10 minutes into the second half. We are deadlocked 1-1 after that goal in the 51st minute from Aidan O'Keefe to equalize after Christian Kashishian had put Borough FC ahead just on the stroke of halftime. Here's an opportunity now for Borough, and it was played ahead to Eldasuki, but wasn't aware of it. Now Kashishian moving it up, dispossessed. Masters break it up, and here's an opening for Dosmatov, who's has to pick up the pace to run that ball down. In the end, it's just too long. O'Keefe muscled off the ball there by Silverstein, and he will win the goal kick in favor of Borough FC. Intercepted there. This is Eldasuki. Now it's Mahoney. Dispossessed and tackle there. Still carrying on. Here's an opportunity, and again, Masters called on the offside against Dosmatov. Acknowledging the following league partners, Derby Star is the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and the preferred match ball for League One Ontario. Hummel is the official apparel supplier of League One. And Vibrant Performance, Canada's most trusted brand for automotive race parts and accessories. Ngunu with the long ball towards Mahoney. We will try to settle it. And commits the foul.
Issued in the 55th minute. The Masters penalty. Number 17.
So a second caution issued by the referee just moments ago to Dosmatov, the Masters player that has come in to start the second half, wearing number 17 in white. That ball straight into the arms of Zagar. Good individual movement there from the Masters player. Ball blocked. Now it's played out wide here, and a ball played into Damien Kay, looking to break free. Kay still has it. Zagar pulled out of his goal. Here's a shot, and it is just wide. Dosmatov had a great opportunity with Zagar pulled off his line, but Dosmatov saw his effort go just wide. The 19-year-old Donny Dosmatov played at Pro Stars last year, and Matt Groves saying he's flourishing in the Masters FA environment, making his substitute appearance in the second half.
Entering the game, number 8.
So a substitution for Masters at the hour mark. Number 8. Replacing number 4, Terrence Foster. And the number 8 in question is Lorenzo Mayer. So throw in for Masters on the near side as we are just beyond the hour mark. It's 1-1 between Borough and Masters in this first ever Scarborough Derby in this championship division match. Hope you're enjoying it on the League One Ontario YouTube channel. Swung out to Alex Medanian. Trying to get past a couple of Masters defenders, but in the end he wins the corner in favor of Borough, their first corner of the second half. And let's see if this is an opportunity for the home side to retake the lead. In swinger. Goes to the back post, headed out. And headed on by Dosmatov. In a challenge with Drillius, who will win the throw-in in favor of Borough. Just to finish up our acknowledgements, the Canadian Premier League, our game, our country, our league, and Ontario Soccer encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite. Punt downfield from Zagar. Headed on. Chasing it down is Kashishian. Silverstein for Medanian. In a tussle there with the Masters player, who had it taken off his feet, but he's won the throw-in. Taking the throw-in, that's Adam Rombo. Headed on. Medania, nice flick in the direction of Traore. And Borough have won a free kick. Oh, another substitution will be made, this time Borough FC. Will send on a player, and I believe it is number 3, Ryan Silverstein, who will depart the match. And coming into the game is number 5, Callum Gray.
Entering the game, number 5, Kenneth G.
So that change comes in the 65th minute. Callum Gray, a central midfielder from Pickering, Ontario. He's a graduate of the Dutch Connections FC Academy. Just turned 17 years of age. Callum Gray. So he'll take up the left back role that Ryan Silverstein had. Francis. Back from Julius, but given away. And Fairbanks takes over. Eldasuki just couldn't find Mahoney with it. Eldasuki does well to regain possession. Still in a tussle there. Still Eldasuki fighting for it. And Masters will break out. Long ball in the direction of Dasmatov. Looked offside, but it didn't matter because it went straight into the arms of Nick Zagar. 66 minutes gone. Still 1-1 between Borough and Masters. Gray pushed off the ball and he wins the free kick for Borough. Francis. And the Masters player was standing over the ball, didn't allow the 10 yards space, and he has been shown the yellow card, and that is Mohammed Chakroun, number 7, for infringement. Here's an opportunity now for Borough. On the overlap is Gray, and that ball came off the Borough player. I thought there was a touch there from a Masters defender, but that doesn't appear to be the case as the referee has awarded the goal kick. Mahoney took a bit of an arm across the back. He was quickly up to his feet. Free kick to be taken by George Julius. Plays it short. Mahoney trying to turn away from the pressure. Gets it back to Julius. Trying to spin away. Masters will take over. And a foul there committed by the Borough player, Mahoney. Free kick for Masters at the midfield stripe. We are just about midway through the second half, and it's been an entertaining Scarborough derby so far. There's been a goal in each half. One by Christian Kashishin for the Borough right at the 45-minute mark, and then Aidan O'Keefe equalizing for Masters early in the second half after 51 minutes. And that's how we stand at the moment. And despite the cool weather and winds, it's a really good crowd on hand here at BIRCHMOUNT Stadium. Nice to see the great support Borough is getting in their home opener, and hopefully through the remaining home matches this season as they begin their second season of operation in League One as a member of the Championship Division. Remember last year they were in League Two.
Thank you very much for participating in the 50-50.
Eldasuki trying to escape the pressure. Following up is Medanian, who is pushed off the ball, but no call again from the referee. Play on. Callum Gray chasing it down, just shielding it before the ball goes across the touchline.
Come on, Chief Wiggins. We're getting ready to draw that ticket down.
Gray tripped up there, wins the free kick.
Our little Olivia's gonna read.
Fairbanks. Ngunu. Long ball in the direction of Kashishian. Fairbanks. Medanian. Turning to the inside. Still Medanian. Trying to navigate his way past defenders. He does well, but only as far as the Masters player who intercepted. Chasing it is O'Keefe. O'Keefe spinning away from Drulius. Still O'Keefe, the goal scorer, putting it into the mixer, but collected there by Zagar.
Come on, boys, let's go!
Throw in coming from Spencer. Damien Kay had it stripped away from him. Turning for the Borough is number 8, Traore. Headed away by Spencer. Chakroun dispossessed. Fairbanks and Spencer puts it out of play. Throw into Borough deep in the Masters defensive zone. Mahoney turning with it. Mahoney still with it. And it gets played back to him. Mahoney opens it up here on the near side. Played back to Callum Gray. Cross into the middle. Headed on. Masters still in some difficulty. Medanian looking to cross. And finally a clearance from the Masters defense. That gives everyone a little breathing room. Callum Gray with a throw-in. It's off Fairbanks. Now Medanian. Eldasuki. Just a heavy touch. Traore. Nice flick on. Eldasuki. And once again a clearance, but only as far as the midfield stripe where the Borough captain Ngunu takes over. Gray. And it's off the Borough player and out. So it's a throw into Masters as we approach the 75-minute mark. Still tied at 1-1. Mahoney looking to keep it in play. Goes back to Drulius. All the way back to Nick Zagar. Sent right back down the middle. Kashishian chasing it down. Medanian moving up. He has Kashishian on his left. Prefers to go to Mahoney on the right, but that's way, way beyond his reach. And out of play. Probably not the option that should have been played. Borough was probably more threatening on the left side. Headed up. Chakrun. Through ball. Dozmatov. Can he reach it? He does, and it is off Zagar, who had come off his line. And it will be a corner to Masters. Ready to take the corner kick. And headed up, headed out, and knocked right back in by Chakrun, but it was just off to the side, just off target, off the foot of Mohamed Chakrun. Just under 15 minutes to play. Still 1-1 between Borough and Masters. Here's an opportunity. Adrian Mahoney. Still with it, Mahoney. And he just couldn't get by the defender, but then following up was Eldasuki, and the goalkeeper, Namovsky, did well to snap up the ball off the feet of Eldasuki, the native of Cairo, Egypt. Played his youth soccer at Kleinberg Nobleton. Intercepted by Alvarado. Foul committed there by the Borough, so it'll be a free kick to Masters right at the midfield stripe. Free kick on its way. Again, the wind will favor this ball as it's blowing in that north to south direction. Headed away. Scramble in the Borough defensive zone. It comes out to Medanian, who's just going to relieve some pressure and send it out of touch. So it'll be a throw-in to Masters from the near sideline. 12 minutes to play in regulation. Rambo has taken a few too many steps, so the referee has asked him to take a few steps back and throw it in from where it went out. Flicked on, up, in the air, high, collected there, and the Masters player goes to ground, but no call from the referee. It's a throw-in for Borough. Played back to Zagar. Zagar, no outlet, comes to Medanian, but he was outside the touchline. Throw-in for Rambo. Now, Rambo has taken a knee. He must be favoring something, and not sure if he's able to continue, but Masters is getting set to make a substitution, and Adam Rambo has actually left the field of play as the Masters substitute is not yet ready to come on. He still has his penny on. Now he's taking it off and coming into the game. So in the 80th minute, Adam Rambo leaves, and the player coming in for Masters is number 23. So it looks like it is Ian Gutierrez coming into the game for Masters in place of Adam Rambo. He's on the ball now. Quick free kick taken. Jason Alvarado. Back to Spencer. Through to Kay. He let the ball go through his feet. The assistant referee's flag is up, but the referee is allowed play to carry on. Kashishian, a through ball for Mahoney. And now the referee has blown the whistle as looks like Pharrell Francis has come up a bit lame, favoring his right foot. So less than 9 minutes to play now, plus any stoppage time to be added. Another substitution for Borough FC. Coming into the game will be number 18, Nicholas Oyebode. And he is replacing number 9, Yahia El Dasuki. So that substitution comes in the 82nd minute. Nicholas Oyebode coming into the match. And looks like he's taken a position on the right flank. That means Adrian Mahoney has come over to the left flank. Nick Zagar ending up on his backside there. It'll be a free kick for Borough, quickly taken. Francis. Does Spencer doing well to keep possession of that ball, winning a couple of challenges. Now crossing it into the box, and it is just beyond Masters number 8. And out of play, good opportunity, well set up by Spencer. So does Borough have enough to find a winning goal here in the final 6.5 minutes and send their home crowd out of Birchmount Stadium happy? Callum Gray. Gray tumbled for a second, regains possession. And Gunu played ahead. Traore. Francis opening it up on the left flank for Mahoney. Just keeps it in. Mahoney from the corner flag. Still Mahoney with a cross. It is over the head of the player who's just come in, Oyadobe, but he keeps it in play. Julius with the cross. Headed high in the air. Mahoney wins it on the ground. Can't come up with it. He's calling for a handball. Nothing coming from the referee. Play on. Francis just intercepting there. Kashishian lays it off. Madanian looking for a shooting lane. Still Madanian. Fairbanks. Kiani Fairbanks going to the byline. Loses out. Tries to win it back, and it's cleared by Masters, only as far as Julius. Madanian. Still Alex Madanian. Now from the byline, and that ball just went across the end line before Oyadobe could send it back into the box. So it'll be a goal kick in favor of Masters with 4.5 minutes to play, plus any stoppage time to be added as Masters are making another substitution. So it is Chakroon leaving the match. And Eric Savas, number 19, coming into the match. Goal kick. Well beyond midfield. Played back, Mahoney. Now it's collected by Masters. Challenge was won there by Callum Gray, and he also wins the throw-in. Fairbanks. Dispossessed. Traore trying to come up with it, and he is tripped up by a player who's just come into the game, Eric Savas. And Traore slow to get to his feet. And the referee is going to call for the training staff as we have just 3 minutes to play. So there'll be certainly some added time given this injury. But it has been an entertaining match so far. This first Scarborough derby between the host club BOROUGH FC and the visitors Masters FA. Just a reminder, Kashishian scoring first for the BOROUGH in the 45th minute. O'Keefe replied for Masters in the 51st minute. And that is where we are at. 1-1. And if the result stays the same, it will be BOROUGH's second consecutive point after earning a draw away from home at Whitby last week. Masters were 1-0 winners over Waterloo last week in their home opener. And will they have to settle for a draw here at Birchmount, or do they have something in the final minutes to keep their wins, to keep their winning ways? Well, quite a bit of time has elapsed since that injury to Traore. Over a minute, in fact. So we'll see just how much added time is going to be shown by the fourth official any moment now, as we are about to enter the 90th minute of the match. Throw in for Masters from the far side. This is Spencer. Looking for options. Finds K. Off a Borough player. And throw in again. Headed out by Drulius. Medanian. Kashishian does well. Kashishian spotting the keeper off his line. Tried the very ambitious lob, but it went well off target. As the fourth official is getting the board ready, I believe I noticed 4 minutes on that board, as we have just reached the 90-minute mark, and it is in fact 4 minutes of stoppage time to be added, a minimum 4 minutes.
Minutes of added time.
Ball in the direction of Dozmatov here on the right flank. Callum Gray retreating. Dozmatov puts the cross in, flicked out by Ngunu. Damien K pushed it too far out beyond the end line, and it will be a goal kick to Borough as players are crumbling to the ground. One Borough player is down, slow to get to his feet, and another Masters player is down in the end zone. So off the pitch, but in some discomfort. Kashishian on his feet now. Damien K coming up limping and trying to get back on the field to play. He does, and so he's going to force the referee to blow the whistle and allow K to be tended to by the training staff. She's going over to check on him now, but she wants him off the field of play. She's not going to allow the training staff to come on. We're just over a minute into stoppage time now, and there will most likely be perhaps another minute added on to the 4 already shown by the fourth official, given the delay tactics there by Damien K. Couple of substitutions then. One for Borough coming into the match, and also a player for Masters coming in. Seconds coming off the clock. Still 1-1 here at Birchmount Stadium. Cleared away by Traore. Ball is high in the air. Aerial challenge there. It's won by Masters.
Another good minute. Masters have made game number 16.
Long throw. And a foul committed by the Masters player. So it'll be a free kick from the edge of the box. Pharrell Francis will leave it there for the keeper, Zagar. No real hurry in the Borough, who will probably be content with earning the point here at home. Still more than a minute of stoppage time to be played. Zagar will reposition the ball before putting it back into play. Not sure what the delay is. The referee asking Zagar to put it back into play, which he does. Headed on. Ball played out on the left wing, just too long there for the Masters player. Headed right back. And out of play once again. And once again, it is Masters to put it back into play as the original 4 minutes of stoppage time have elapsed. We're now into a 5th minute of stoppage time. Traore. And he and Mahoney got their wires crossed. And there is the final whistle from our referee, who brings this match to a close, an entertaining derby match from Birchmount Stadium. So at full time from Scarborough, the final score is Borough FC 1, Masters FA 1. For our entire League One Ontario crew here at Birchmount Stadium, I'm Alf DeBlastis. Thanks for joining us today and have a pleasant weekend.
For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. So go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs